Hello! This brief video is aimed towards those interested in starting to hike one of the many trails within our amazing Pacific Northwest, or attempting to get back into it, but want more information on how you can better take care of your body while you continue to enjoy the outdoors. If you happen to watch our last video, hiking can be a great way for you to fulfill your recommended weekly activity mark of 150 minutes of moderate intense exercise. Before every trip, make sure to plan your hike out. Tell a family member or a friend where you'll be going and when you'll be back. Bring water, bring extra food if need be, and stay safe and be prepared to break some sweat. The Pacific Northwest has some of the best hiking in the country, but now it's time to get out there and enjoy the trails. We'll start an exercise routine to help make your hiking a little bit easier. Here's a workout and warm-up that is quick to do and can be modified to your own fitness level to help provide you with the necessary strength and endurance to get out onto those mountains. So before we begin any form of physical activity, it's important that we do a prior warm-up. This allows for the muscles to get used to activation and reduce our risk for injury. So the first warm-up I'd like us all to do is this heel walk. Now as we do a heel walk, I want you to imagine that you're pulling your toes up to the sky as you're walking just on the heels. Conversely, there's also a toe walk where now you're trying to walk on your tippy toes, almost like you're sneaking into your kitchen to grab the cookie jar. So the next exercise that we will do is a knee to chest pull. With this one, you're going to lift your leg up and lift your knee as high as you can as you use your arms to pull your knee into the chest. After those knee to chest exercises, the next exercise will include a Frankenstein walk, where you're going to kick your legs straight up into the sky and reach up with your hands and try and touch your toes. So now that we've finished stretching out those hips with those Frankenstein walks, the next exercise that we'll be doing for our warm-up are sumo squats. These exercises are meant to help get our hips, our knees, and our ankles all used to these deep bent positions as if we were going uphill. As we do these, it's important that we try and keep our knees facing straight ahead and we squat down to about 90 degrees. After those sumo squats, we got one more warm-up motion, and that is a nice, light, and easy jog. With this type of jog, we're not looking for a mad sprint back and forth. We're just looking for something that can get your heart rate moving at a slightly faster than normal resting heart rate pace. Now that we have finished our warm-up, it's time to get into the actual workout to get us out there and go on a hike. But these exercises are designed to help get a full body workout. You're going to do each of the exercises for 30 seconds, and then you're going to take a 1-minute break in between each set. So that means that you're going to do each exercise 3 times for a total of 3 sets. If you find that the 3 sets is too difficult, you can do 30 seconds in 1 set of exercises. This is a good way to promote muscle changes to your body while also not getting too sore that you're unwilling to go on that actual hike. So the 4 exercises that we'll be doing are walking lunges. With these exercises, it's important to keep your torso nice and tall. You're taking a big step out and you're bending that front knee to about 90 degrees. With mountain climbers, you're pressing your hands and your arms into the ground so you're rounding your shoulders, and you're going to march and bring your knees in towards your chest. Russian twists are a difficult exercise, but they're really good at trying to strengthen up the core for your abdominals so you can get that nice six-pack, and also on the sides for your obliques. If these are proving to be too challenging to have your legs up, you can cross your legs and put the feet on the ground, and this makes it a little bit easier for you to do. And finally, we have the classic push-up. Now with these push-ups, it's important to keep that rounded shoulders just like the mountain climbers, and turn your elbows in so when you bend down, your elbows stay nice and close against the body rather than out to the side. Alrighty, after we went on that hike, the last thing that we have to do is a basic cool down. These should take about 5 minutes, and it includes a series of walking like we did earlier for that jog when we did the warm-up, and also a series of stretches. Each stretch that you do should be a total for 1 minute in duration, but you can break that down into 4 sets of 15 seconds or 30 seconds in 2 times. The series of stretches that you'll be doing include a hamstring stretch, a gastroc soleus stretch, and a pec or pectoralis stretch. For the hamstring stretch, some important features that you would want to know to make sure you have good technique is that you're reaching down with both hands towards your toes. Your toes should be pointing straight up to the sky. Your back should be nice and tall as you reach forward at the hips. A gastroc soleus stretch can be performed in two different ways. The best way is to lean into a tree or a wall or something that you can just gently put your weight into. By extending your back leg and keeping it straight behind you, you're able to stretch out both the gastroc and the soleus. They are two muscles that make up the calf. When you bend your knee, now you're targeting just the soleus muscle. When you do this stretch, it's important to do both positions with the knee straight and knee bent. The final stretch that we're working on is a pectoralis stretch. Now with this stretch, we're focusing more on your chest region and your shoulders, because oftentimes when we're hiking, especially with a backpack that may be heavy that we're used to, it may be so heavy that we're putting a lot of tension on our shoulders and chest that we carry the weight. So it's very important that after a hike, we try and find a way to relieve it. When you do the pectoralis stretch, it's important to rest your hand firmly against the tree or a frame of a doorway, and then you're going to turn your body away as your arm stays in place. Okay, and that's the end of this lecture. This is just a brief idea of ways that you can help preserve your body and be able to do more when you want to go on those more extreme hikes. So, general tips, don't forget to warm up, don't forget to do those exercises to make your body stronger and finish up with a cool down. And go on those hikes and take a buddy and have some fun with it. Make it an adventure.